Hi, this is Don DeBartolo, a senior commodities broker and market strategist with Daniels Trading in Chicago. I'm also the trader behind the Trade Spotlight advisory service. Trade Spotlight is broken up into three segments: Trade Spotlight Futures, Trade Spotlight Commodity Options, and Trade Spotlight Future Spreads. This is Beyond the Spotlight, a video that will spotlight two or three markets that may become trading opportunities for this week. This week begins with Monday, June 22nd. Please pause the video and read the disclosures to understand the risks involved with futures and commodity options trading. Okay, jumping right into our first chart. This is September 2020 British pound, and there was a trade recommendation sent out in this market last week, at the end of last week, but I just wanted to go in depth on the trade setup so that you compare it with the trade recommendation that was sent out. So what I have here is a flat top triangle drawn off. So this is that lower trend line that has touches going back to the 12-month contract low. That comes in at 114.50 from March 20th. Then there was a pivot point low here, creating the second point, and then Thursday's low created the third point on this lower trend line. And then up above you have, it's not a clean horizontal line because the market did break out above this potential resistance level, traded up above this 200-day moving average at 127.44, but then quickly sold right back off. So that is acting as a resistance level, it does seem. But what I saw here on Friday's trading session was the market trading below this lower trend line and then closing down there at 123.61. So that to me is an opportunity to sell the contract for a continuation to the downside. You can see the trend. This is the MACD indicator, is down. The momentum is strong to the downside, but it is in that oversold territory. It can stay in this territory for a bit, but that is the really only concern that I have with the momentum right now. But I think it could continue down to about this 121 level. That was this pivot point here, and that's going to be the target on the trade. You can see this horizontal line here is where I have my stop loss. I placed it above Friday session high and above the 20-day moving average that comes in at 125.13. To be exact on the risk-reward ratio, the stop is at 125.15 for an initial risk of 875. The target is at 121 even, a potential reward of $1,718.75. On the sell order, I'm just looking for a slight pullback into this level near the 124 mark. I put it at 123.75. Potentially the market does get to 124 or this 50-day moving average at 124.36. But I like to catch it before the momentum dries out. Hopefully get a short-term trade here and potentially out by the end of the week. That's the September 2020 British pound recommendation was sent last week, Friday, working for this week. Okay, and the second chart for this video is the August 2020 live cattle. I too have an order working in this market that goes back actually to June 9th is when the recommendation was sent out. No fill on the order, still working, still like the chart, and I just want to talk about it in more detail here. So I have an upper trend line drawn off going all the way back to this 12-month contract high. That puts it at 117.55. That's that contract high, January 15th. I mean, the big sell-off during the coronavirus pandemic, market rebounded a bit here, but now it's sideways. But you can see recently, market's been trading up to that upper trend line, finding resistance, pulling back. There's also a 20-day moving average at 97.411 and a 50-day moving average that comes in at 95.104. The market's trading in between those moving averages and tightening up, coiling up. I think getting ready to break out. I'm only looking at an upside trade here to take out this upper trend line, the 20-day moving average, and this session high. That session high is 98.32.5. So the current order that's working is to buy the contract at 98.40 on a stop. Again, only if it takes out those levels. The stop loss is going below these recent lows. Now, when I set the trade recommendation out, obviously all of this didn't happen here. So you see we've got a couple lower lows, about the 50-day moving average, and then this low here that goes below the 50-day moving average. So what I'll do is, if and when the market breaks out to the upside, I'll look to adjust the stop loss. It's currently working at 96.50. That's an initial risk of 1,160. Upside target is above the 200-day moving average, which is at 105.30. I've got it working at 108 even, which could be a potential resistance level. That's a reward of 3,840. Now you can see the trend is flat. This is the MACD indicator. That makes sense with a sideways trading market here. The momentum, however, this is the stochastic indicator, looks to be hooking down. So it's very possible we take out this 50-day moving average and trade down into this area here, maybe even as low as 990 or 88, back down to this level. So no harm, no foul, because we won't be long. We'll just let the market sell off, create a new formation, and look to get long if there is a new formation set up. But this order is working. Wasn't filled yet because I didn't want to get long until there was a breakout. All right, so this is a quick look at what the Trade Spotlight Advisory Service looks like. It's emailed directly to you. You get the timestamp so you know when the trade recommendation is sent out, right up on the trade. The precise entry and exit orders, and any pertinent information like margin requirements or option expiration dates, and a chart you could click to enlarge. If you are not a subscriber to the Trade Spotlight Advisory Service, I encourage you to do so. It's free to clients of mine, or I provide a 90-day free trial. Just go to the Daniels Trading webpage, click on the Advisories tab, and then under Technical Analysis, you'll find Trade Spotlight, a write-up about it, recent posts, and you can hit the orange button to subscribe. If you have any questions on the couple markets that I covered here, or the trades that go along with those markets, or just trading in general, this is all my contact information. Call me, text me on the cell, or email at tradespotlight@danielstrading.com. Thanks for taking the time to listen. I hope that the two trade setups provide good opportunities for you, and happy trading.